What's up, guys? My name is Raghu Adibala, and this is Talking Fun. What's up, guys? My name is Raghu Adibala, and this is Thursday, and it is Talking Funny. I do it every Thursday, sometimes different days. You know, things get shaken up. But tonight, my guest is Jennifer Mason out of San Diego, California. And I met her when we were competing in a contest, and she went all the way to the finals because she's hilarious. And she's a mom comedian, and she does a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to bring her on right now, everybody. This is Jennifer Mason. Hello.
Hey, Raghu, so good to see you.
Good to see you. Hope you can hear me all right. I can hear you pretty good.
Excellent. Yeah.
Sounds good. How are you? How was your day?
Pretty good. It's a rainy day in San Diego, so that's kind of news for us.
You guys get scared of rain out there, don't you? You guys have the perfect weather. I love San Diego.
Well, if you saw how we drive when it rains, you would be scared.
So true. My God. So you do comedy all over San Diego. You've been everywhere. You've been doing Zoom shows. We both have been on a million shows now. I think we all run into each other now. We're like one big happy city out there. Let me tell you something. Before we get into everything you're doing right now, why don't you walk us back to when you started comedy? What were you thinking? How'd you get into it?
Right? What a crazy world. And I'm a 52-year-old woman, so it's not, I don't feel like I'm the average comedian. And what happened for me is I got divorced when I was 45, and I knew that I could go into business for myself as an acupuncturist, which is why I have naked man posters behind me. Professional people. And, but I was really shy. I think it's hard for people to believe now, but I'm painfully shy, and I had a hard time introducing myself and a really hard time saying, this is what I do and I charge money. So I wanted comedy to become braver.
Oh, okay.
And I just had this vision of myself doing stand-up. After doing improv, I had a vision of myself doing stand-up on my 50th birthday. So I just went for it.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. What a way to do the 5-0, huh? Just get into comedy. That's so great. So you were doing open mics. What were you doing? Like just performing at different places?
I took a class.
Okay.
So I knew that I was going to I'm part of a marketing academy, and they have a talent show, and it was right on my birthday. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gunning for. And I'll
nice.
I'll do that once, and then I'll buck out of there. Right.
Okay.
So I did this, Fuck It, I'm 50. Is it okay to swear?
Yeah, you're fine.
I did a set called Fuck It, I'm 50. And it just brought down the house. And I realized that I like this very much. And then that maybe as a shy person, I had been waiting my entire life for somebody to give a microphone and a spotlight and say, what do you think, man? So I don't know, is that how it happened for you? It's like, now say, you can't shut me up.
I think that's how a lot of people, they just want to go do it, and then they just do it, and they perform, and they either love it or hate it, but most people love it. They just want to keep doing it, Were you always, how were you like a kid? Were you always like in front of the camera kind of character, or is that, because I kind of see that you were that kind of a child.
My dad has said something like, "You never had to work really hard to ask Jennifer to put on a costume." And
Okay, well, that explains it. That explains it. That's cool. So, what was your like research process when you're doing comedy? Like, who are you looking at? Who are your comics?
I, the first comic that I paid to go see was Ali Wong.
Okay, yeah, Ellie Wong, yeah.
And it's probably because she's an Asian mom, like
Right.
me. And, us Asians we're not known for being the funniest culture, especially, I'm Chinese, I'm not Chinese. So to see her just get on stage and not only
Yeah.
be hilarious, but also just tell it like it is.
Right.
About being Asian, about being a mom.
Right.
It was just like, oh my God. And so that was
Right.
me.
Right.
I feel like I learn something from every comic I see, though. Sometimes I learn like, ooh, oh my gosh, he has amazing pauses, like or just
That's true. No, that's true. You do learn from comics, and I think especially from comics who kind of are like you, like Ali Wong's a mom, and I feel like she's pregnant in every special. You see, like what's up with that? Every time I seen her, she's like got a belly. I don't get it. Like I don't understand that. But yeah.
Interesting business model. I can't go that far. I'm 52, so I'm more of a menopausal mom comic. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't mean you needed to do that. But yeah, no, I think it helps a lot to go with comics that are, like you and then also you're right. You learn from them. Everything. Delivery, like the pauses especially, stage presence. That's a great way to do your research. Are you yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sometimes you learn what not to do,
Oh
because
yeah.
I think you can
That is
lose. Either
right.
you're like, damn, they're so good.
Right.
I want to be like that, or
Right.
ooh, I feel a lot better about myself, and I will remember not to insult the audience
That's
because
true. I think a comic once said like he watches the good comics and the ones that aren't so good. Like, that because you do learn a lot from everybody, that's true. That is true. So when you started doing comedy, are you the same comic now as you were when you started? And I guess I'm talking about more like of course stage presence and all you kind of learn, right? You kind of get into. I'm talking about like material and your voice and what kind of a comic you want to be.
ooh, I wish I could say no. I hear a lot of comics say, yeah, you're going to look back on your old sets and you'll be embarrassed. But honestly, my first sets were pretty, there's still elements that I use.
Okay.
I think that you're always refining. What I've heard a lot is that, bad jokes, there's just unfinished jokes.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't know about you. What I think I'm a writerly comic. I love writing.
Okay.
The words are there. And what I'm always developing is how to get more into performance, like how to bring energy.
Right.
Or not do the word for word thing, but like just riff.
Right.
But I use some of my beginning jokes because they still work.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I use the same joke that I've used when I first started from my open mic when, like I took like one or two and then there was a lot I threw out, you do a little house cleaning at some point. You're like, these jokes don't work anymore. Or, you go through that whole process, which is great. And you are full of energy. You definitely are very animated in your jokes and your delivery. And I think that's great. That, a lot of comics have that, which is great. Like I'm not able to like be so high energy. I have to rely on like how I'm going to say my words and like, and it's like, which is weird because I'm loud usually. I don't
Somebody told me that loud plus confident equals funny. And
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
oh, no, because I'm not either of those things.
I think confidence, you got to have confidence no matter what, whatever kind of a comic you are, you got to have confidence in your material. So aside from being a comic, you also teach comedy to little ones. Tell us about that. Like,
So
how'd you start that?
I don't teach. I say that I teach baby comics because I teach. I actually teach adults. But it's
Okay. I'm
who just
sorry.
started, people who aren't. Honestly, teaching stand up to middle school students and teaching stand up to seniors is kind of my future dream.
Okay.
Because I think that those two populations have a lot to say, and not enough of an audience. And so maybe if you spiff it up a little bit, I would love to do that. So I'm looking for a high school to teach stand up in. School. Actually, I want improv in middle school and stand up in seniors high schools because it's public speaking, right? It just makes everything better. It's so good for dating.
Yeah.
Really good for performing.
Definitely.
And networking. Oh my God, start a networking conversation with a joke and they want to talk to you, right?
Right. Exactly. I think it definitely helps. And you said you were an acupuncturist. Does comedy ever help in, like, with your patients, like when you're talking to them, or how does that impact your career?
I honestly think my first stand-up set was before I was doing stand-up.
Okay.
I had a workshop called Menopause Doesn't Have to Be Miserable, right?
That's awesome.
And I started telling true stories about how my mom went through menopause. And when she was a preacher's wife named Muriel. And when she didn't know how to swear, she would say things like, Lord love a duck or hell's bell.
Lord love a duck.
And then she went through menopause.
I'm writing that down. That's awesome.
And then she went through menopause and, like, bam, she's like, she changed her name to Phyllis.
Okay.
And she said things like, Phyllis don't take no shit.
Oh, wow.
She kind of got scary. So I was telling these stories about my mom, and my audience was just laughing.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm in there too. So yeah, I think my first stand-up set was accidental.
Okay.
But yeah, I honestly think that stand-up, that comedy is the secret ingredient to everything.
Right.
It really does make dates better, and especially difficult conversations. So menopause is a difficult conversation.
That's true.
A lot of women don't want to talk about it. They're like, no, Jennifer, that's not me. That's my grandmother. I'm like, I got news for you. Do you have a does your age begin with a 4? You're there. So if we can talk about it in this kind of hyperbolic, funny way, we can get to what's actually going on, and then we can help you. And if I can call out what it's like to suffer, and then they're like, oh, she gets it, and it's not so serious, and we can look at it and we can deal with it. So
wow. That's pretty cool. That is, and it does work in every aspect of your life. It helps, a lot. Do you, when you do your class, do you have a lot of, like, are they mostly first timers, or are there some people who've already done comedy? And
I did improv for some years through Finest Improv here in San Diego. Really sweet school. Oh my God. Have you done improv? It's like
in college I did a couple of years. Yeah.
It's like this secret little friendly cult,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but out here for our improv, every single class we would start with, got your back, yes,
right.
Nice. So I had improv. So I have some improv people who are like, I'm going to try stand up and I'm scared of it.
Cool. Okay. Which is pretty much like first time stand up comics, because it's a whole different ball. I mean, it might help. Improv does help a little bit, but I think
learning another romance language, it's like a little French, Portuguese, it's going to help.
Right.
Different, there's different grammar.
Right. So that's cool. So you got first timers. What is the first thing you tell them on day one?
on on day one, I tell them
Yeah, like
that
yeah.
um that especially these days, and maybe always, but that good comedy is unique and authentic,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the good news. Bad news is that who you are is that well that you can keep drawing from.
Yeah. So true. So true. Because nobody, not saying that people, I don't know about joke stealing and all, but like nobody can touch your material. It's about you.
If
Like,
anybody
it's,
has jokes
you
about
know,
being a menopausal acupuncturist with a female identifying cat named Murray, I know that's stolen.
with a cat named Murray. I love that. Murray, that's awesome. Wow. Yeah, no, seriously, that is very good to, that you're right. That's absolutely correct. And
And
that
also that it's your flaws, right? Because they're like,
yeah.
I went to a really great vacation in Costa Rica and it was amazing. And I'm like, that's great. That's not good comedy unless you had diarrhea the whole time, right? Because
Yeah.
awkward pain that makes great
Yeah.
comedy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And it's a bumpy ride. It's and you learn from those bumps. I think that's a valuable lesson. Don't quit if your one show did not go well because, that's okay.
Well,
you
I think
know.
for me, I don't know about you. I I spent my life being kind of an A student, like I always got that
Okay.
97%. Um,
Nice.
so it's kind of, well, it's nice, but it's very safe. And then
Yeah.
don't do things that where you can fail.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if
I
you
see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
comedy, it's the risk of bombing that
Right.
makes it so alive.
Right. That's
And
very profound. Like because you're an A student or you're perfectionist. Is that what you're like? You definitely in your life you're a perfectionist. So when you do something that is bound to go out of the boundaries where you're like bound to fall, it's like how do you take that, right? It's and that's so cool that you do stand up because oh my god, like this is like a world of falls, and you got to be prepared for that.
well, I
It's
think that because it's our failures that are funny, right?
yeah,
Because nobody wants
yeah.
jokes about the dinners that didn't burn or the dates that went well. We want to hear about disasters. That's what stands.
Disasters, exactly. It's
And
the
then
misery that is
the
the
trauma.
funniest. It's
But
yeah.
then I like to say that with comedy, I make pain my bitch because
Nice.
anything
Yeah,
that was problematic that happened to me, that is
yeah,
great fodder.
right.
And then I get to go one step
Exactly,
further as a I don't know
exactly.
about you, but it's like I look for the chance to fail or make a fool of myself.
Right.
Because I mean, maybe it'll go really well and
Yeah,
amazing. Or maybe I'm gonna fall on my ass and that's gonna be a good set. That's
right.
why I want to take pole dancing.
Nice.
'Cause I have no abs, I have abs of pudding. So I think I'm gonna fall on my ass and I hope somebody's there to take a video because that could go viral.
Nice. You do that. That's awesome. And oh yeah, that the video will go viral. And I think that's awesome. Oh man. Let me ask you. You have a really cool show. I was on Sofa King. I gotta say that Sofa King show, which is awesome. I love the play on words. Such a fun show for people listening to this. You guys got to check it out. And this is you do this every Friday, right? Or is it weekly?
I'm
I mean,
super
monthly.
I'm lazy. I do it once a month.
Once a month. That's fine. That's fine. They're monthly showcases, and that's great. And that just gives you more time to put into the production and all. And but no, it was a fun show. I love the name. Well, when did it start? How'd you think of this name and all that good stuff?
I actually started in March of it's a year ago, with the very original name of Quarantine Comedy.
Okay.
The only one who figured that
That's
out.
great.
And back then I did it every other week, and I just wanted to keep comedy alive
Okay.
for
Okay.
myself and for other people because it was such a.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I mean, a year ago it was like, what is happening?
I remember, Jennifer. Oh my God, I love that. Do you remember the quarantine?
Well, no, I mean, but do you remember like when we were just going into it? It's
I
like,
know.
what?
I know. And that's why I love it that producers like you are bringing out, brought out shows that we can do during this time. And, you and Keisha Norton, and there's like so many others who are like doing this, started doing this when it started. And it's a fun show. Oh my God. Like the name, how'd you think that is so clever? How'd you come up with that?
I knew I wanted to have something about the couch. So I'm like, couch
Okay.
comedy. It's so fun. It's so fucking funny. And then I'm like, oh,
that's great.
can I do that? Okay.
That's awesome. It's like a eureka moment.
Does this name offend you? And they're like, I don't understand, Jennifer. Why is it not Sofa Queen? Because that's not funny. Like there are people who buy tickets to the show and they don't get the pun, until they're there. And I'm like,
pun. Tell them to say it really fast. Just say it really fast. You'll get the pun.
They're like, I just got that.
How slow are these people talking? I'm like, Sofa King show. Like, just say it.
Well, out here, Vietnamese noodles are pretty popular, and I'm Asian, so I like the noodles. So I have been to the pho, PHO, the noodle.
Right.
I've been
right.
Restaurant, and so
is that that's pronounced pho? Not pho?
No, it's actually pho.
I'm calling it the wrong thing this whole time. So it is pho.
It's pho. And so I went to there's Cali pho, or and so I went to the pho restaurant. I'm like, this is an amazing fucking restaurant. You got.
Hey, where'd you guys go? I went to the fucking restaurant.
So that might have been planted in earlier.
That's so funny. I didn't know it was pronounced pho. Wow. That's learned something new every time. Wow. So cool. When you think about comedy in your life, has it ever what do you think changed since you started comedy?
Yeah, it's a little bit like a genie in the bottle, right?
Okay.
I really think so. I personally think that women around the age of 50 are perfect for comedy. Because we've lived long enough, right? You need to have some life in you to have things to joke. I think that's what a lot of people in their 20s struggle with, because it's a whole lot of I got stoned and I don't have any money,
It's a lot of weed jokes.
Yeah, and those are funny. But when you get to my age, I don't know, you look young, but I'm not sure. But you have kids.
I'm 102.
Then you have stuff to joke about.
Nah,
and then when you get to menopause, there's something in the brain that's just like, I don't care what you think. I'm not gonna care. I don't care what society thinks, and I'm just gonna right. So I think that combined with my kids are old enough and I don't have to, I'm just like, go play video games, and bam. And now I just want to talk about it. So I think that made me braver and outspoken. And now, I don't know about you, Raghu, but I swear more often in sorry, I'm a comic.
So great. Oh man, have your kids seen your shows? They're like, let's log on. Mom's on.
They won't log on. But 14 and 16, so they've grown up. And my 16-year-old I hired as my video editor because
oh, that's cool. Yeah.
He knows every set word for word.
Nice.
He's like,
nice.
yeah. So he'll repeat them back to me. And he'll be like, so
Nice.
Ryan's a lacto-ovo pescatarian. Is that Latin for meat disgusts me? I'm like, oh my God.
We have a comment. Mojo's. So this is Jamie. She owns a Cajun restaurant here in Plainfield, Illinois. It's an awesome restaurant if you're ever in Plainfield, and she's really cool. She says, beautiful lady and energy. Never would have guessed she was 50. I never would have guessed either. So, and you recently got engaged, right?
Did you see me?
Congratulations. Yeah, that's it. That's what that's awesome. Congratulations. Does he do comedy? Because I know he was helping out in that show. Yeah.
He is so funny. So
he was hilarious. He did a great job. He did a wonderful job. Yeah. Does he do it? Is he your guy to? No, that was the first time.
He's my he's my my regular technical host.
Okay. My
electronic bouncer. But when we met about 3 years ago, and did I tell you this? It was also when I. It was when
it was also what?
Is when I.
Oh wow! Okay.
So, except on Tinder, where I was 45. It's totally true. So when I saw him, and I'm like, oh, he's cute, and I'm like, hi. Oh, I don't remember what I said on my profile, but I'm 50. And he's like, let me check something. And he holds up his phone, and I was taking a picture of him secretly for my friend. And the picture is of my OkCupid profile that says Jennifer 45.
Nice.
You're a liar.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I said is, how did I not know you were funny? Because it didn't come across. But yeah.
Wow.
He's funny. And I love that he's not intimidated by funny women, because that is a hard thing.
Yeah, definitely. But that's so cool. Has he ever tried comedy?
I wish he would. He's done improv with me, and we did musical improv. Have you where you make songs?
I never. I can't carry a tune, so I mean, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say next that I can't even think about how to sing or. But musical improv, that's pretty cool. You've done that?
I think, first of all, if you can't carry a tune, that just makes it funnier.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, my family laughs at me, so I think I could probably do it.
Okay, wait. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you do dad jokes, and do your
I mean, I don't even know what I've heard so many jokes that from like they call dad jokes, but I don't know what exactly is it. Like puns? Is that what it usually is? What exactly is a dad? Like I'm a dad and I tell jokes, so I just consider them dad jokes. I don't know.
They tend to be kind of the stupid jokes where you're like, oh my God.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, go ahead. You were saying.
Yeah.
You were talking about dad jokes.
Oh yeah. So it's like, hey Ragu, I'm thirsty. Hi Thirsty, I'm Ragu. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, that's a dad joke. Hi Thirsty, I'm Friday or something like that. I don't know. I know. I don't know. There's some, I guess, that could be considered dad jokes.
Do you think you're funny?
Dude, yeah, I think so. I mean, I'd like to think so. They say I'm funny, but yeah. I think so. I hope so. Now I gotta ask them. I gotta be honest. Yeah.
Have you tried TikTok? I did my first TikTok.
You did? How did it go?
I don't know.
You didn't check how many views or
I just checked 200.
Yeah. 200. That's awesome. I have 7. I did it like 8 months ago. I put one joke on there. I have 7 views. That's it. Like, I don't know. I think those 7 people told like 1 million people, don't watch this video. And they were like, so that's why it's just 7. I think that's what happened. Oh man, so your kids, you said your 16-year-old works on the video editing, and that's awesome. You got an employee now there. So cool. I love it.
You got to use the kids for their tech skills, you know?
I wanted to ask you now about Zoom shows, and what has your experience been with them? How's that?
Right. So, wow, Zoom, so much to say. Right. So,
I know, right?
I started the Zoom shows right at the beginning, and I'd only done Zoom for business meetings, so it's kind of like, how is that going to work, right? And we got such a good response at first. People were so grateful to have something going on in the beginning, and then it boom, 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 boom. And now there's so many Zoom shows, and like you, I've met so many people far away, including Ritu, who I know you recently had on the show, and people in Boston. I have Boston comedian friends that I've never met. Awesome. I feel like we're close, you know, because
so cool.
And I've been in single parent shows in London and comedians from Japan. It's crazy. It's great.
Right.
And I especially as a woman comedian, there's I don't know if you found this too, but there's kind of specialty shows where you can kind of find your people really easily. So I found so many great women comedians in these rooms.
Okay.
And also some Zoom writing rooms. I've been able to write with comedians from all over, and then I steal all of them and I bring them back to the Sofa King show.
So cool. Writing. I got to get into that. I don't know where. Let me know what rooms you go to, the writing rooms, because I would love to do one of those. I'm going to give
it right now to Brian Barbecue.
Brian Barbecue. Okay. All right. I will let he knows about he does he do one?
He does one Sunday. Okay. For us, it's 7 a.m. So that's
but it's like in the morning, 9 a.m. in the morning.
For you guys, it would be like 10, I think. Or maybe it's 9.
No, 9. You guys are 2 hours back. So yeah, 9 o'clock.
He's like,
that's why I like I like East Coast shows, because they're like because otherwise what is it? Sometimes the shows are late for us. And, San Diego. Sorry, you guys are like start at 7:30. It's like 9:30 for us. And I remember when we were doing the competitions, my parents were watching some of them, and they're in the East Coast. Oh. So I was like, "Yeah, Mom, you got to get on at like 10:30 or 10." What was it for them? It was like, oh yeah, it was like really late, but they still came on for some of those.
Wake yourself up to vote.
Yeah, I know, right? I need the votes. I got Jennifer here. She's a competitor.
Well,
but how cool was it that it was all females that ended up in the finals? That's like an amazing thing.
It really was. And they were all so good.
Even
though I didn't win, I was glad Ritu did, because she just killed it.
Yeah, she's hilarious. I thought it was pretty cool that it turned out like that. What's that?
I want to tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shows, because well, I don't know. Yeah, you've done live shows, right? You've already gone back to live shows.
I have one this weekend coming up, tomorrow and Saturday. So it's been it's funny, and I want to ask you that too. Was like, have you done any live shows?
I just did my first live show in a year last weekend.
How was that? Like coming off of a Zoom show.
It was so great. I was because I hadn't done a live show in a year, and and it's different. So Zoom is different, right? Because you're like, and here's my joke, and there's no laugh.
Right, exactly. And
I just scan the gallery to see somebody kind of nodding.
Right. Also, the stage presence, like everything came back. Like was there any like rustiness, like being up there holding a mic and?
There was big nerves.
Okay. All right.
But since I'm in this mindset of I embrace failure and I look for it. So I was like, I was good. And there was no stool, and I've gotten some bad Zoom habits, of maybe putting the post-it of
The
the set.
set, yeah, the set list. I do that too. My eyes would like dart over the. I just hope nobody knows. I have this one joke that the fish joke. I don't know if I did it for the Sofa King show, but I have this fish joke. But at the end, like the closing of the joke is like I talk really fast. I have like a bunch of stuff I say, but I have it all listed. So tomorrow, like I want to do this joke, I gotta memorize it now. But yeah, I do the same thing. How was that for you? Like when you had to get used to stuff again, right?
Yeah, but I was really pleased that so much of it just seemed to come back. I mean,
Okay.
there was no stool in this because it was an outdoor patio, an outdoor beer, patio, so not like not a comedy club. So there was no stool. So I'm like, whoa. So I wrote
Oh no. Where'd you write it?
On my hand. I was like,
oh, okay. Nice.
But it was the eye contact was so like electric. It was like, you can see me.
Yeah. That's great. I did a live show recently. It went pretty well. I think tomorrow it's going to be a little interesting because it's actually at a comedy club. So like people are paying money to come. So like, and then but yeah, like you said, it's like, you just can't wait to get out there again. And these live shows, when you do them, it's like, oh my God, it's, you're just, it's good. Brings you alive. Yeah.
I just want to reassure any comics who have been doing Zoom shows that the things you learned, the sets that you've been practicing, even some of the things that we learned with Zoom about facial expression, or it all transferred really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Cause like, I mean, you're pretty much doing the same thing. You're just sitting down, and the audience is probably the biggest difference because there's, some of them you can't see, but you as a comic, I think your delivery, your, everything is just going to be on stage. That's it. Right. It's, but yeah, I mean, people are, things are slowly opening up here, which is good. Some mics here and there are opening up, and yeah. How's in San Diego? Is it just outdoor shows right now, or?
Yes, just outdoor shows.
Okay.
I think things, it's changing week by week, but as far as I know, it's all outdoors. But they're very creative. They put the heat lamps out there, and
okay, that's cool. Heat lamps. Wait, what is it right now over there? Is it like what, 70?
It was no. Today's cold. It rained. It's like 50,
how cold? Huh?
It's like 58 degrees out there.
58 degrees. 58. Well, yeah, for you guys that's cold. For us, it's like beaches and like getting out there.
It's like serious winter.
We had actually our winter wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. We was like, I think the lowest it reached was like 20, so which was not bad. It was good. Yeah. That's good, Jennifer. That's really good for Chicago. That's, because usually it's like negative 30 or 40 or something.
That's like Siberia.
Yep. One time the record was negative 52 that I've ever witnessed. Yeah. And so people do this thing. They fill up a bucket, like a glass or whatever, with hot water. And when you throw it, it just like evaporates. It's awesome. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Do that on TikTok.
I don't know. I don't even want that weather to be back, person. And I'm done with TikTok. That one video, I'm done. I'm not a TikToker. Who is was it Brian Barbecue? They had like millions of.
That's BMO.
BMO. That's BMO. Yeah. Both hilarious. BMO and Brian. They're both Brians. Oh my God. Like hilarious. Really, really, really funny. What? Oh yeah, go ahead. You were going to say something.
Say that for any comics out there, Brian Barbecue has been in the business for like 12 years, but he's the most humble person. And so I bought him out as a feedback coach because he's only he's so undercharging. He's only $20 an hour. And I used him.
What does he do for, like, he gives feedback on your jokes?
Yeah. So for when I went into the semifinals, I'm like, okay, Let's give it a try. What do I have to lose? An hour and $20. And
yeah.
because I think my writing is pretty spot on, but he's just got that performance.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay,
wow.
My mind is riffing off this way. What do you think of this one? What do you think? Let's just say it how you would say it. And he was just able to give me, like, it just made it. He punched.
Wow. And you made it. You went into the finals.
So shout out to Brian Barbecue. And
wow. When does he do this? Like, how does he? I guess I could just message him, I guess, and then
click him out.
That's so cool. Where is he from?
New Hampshire, I think.
New Hampshire. Okay. Oh yeah, because he was hilarious. You said what? Sorry.
I'm Californian, so it's like somewhere.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah. What are your future goals? What do you have coming up in your future? What do you want to do? And what's next for Sofa King too?
So right now I have a little cohort, and it's 3 women. Super fun. One is kind of a psychic healer, and one is an improv, somebody from my improv school who used to work at Trader Joe's.
Okay.
And the other one is a life coach who also pulls trucks as a wrestling entertainer. So
wow.
So they're their very first sets ever on our show, which is April 16th. And tickets are $5. Come see it all.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. It's a great show. So people need to go see it. When's the next show? Is that's the next show, or April 16th? Okay.
And it's
awesome.
The student shows you would think would be like, but no, they are they're so surprising because you never know what's going to happen.
Right. Do you want to do it live? You want to make it a live show at some point?
You mean in person?
Yeah, in person.
I don't know, because the thing about the Zoom thing, I mean, I do Facebook stream it so people can watch it, and people watch it live on Zoom. I think that because I teach through Zoom, so because these people, one's in Washington and one's in Mexico.
I see. Okay.
So those, I think the thing will stay here, but I'm going to do a local show too. And
that's what I mean. Like a Sofa King show where you can book comics to, who are local, or whoever even wants to come from, another state if they want to.
I'd like to produce a local show. You can come out and be on my stage.
I would love to. I mean, it's crazy. Like the Zoom shows, we met so many comics. Now we know so many people in different places that, if you ever are in these cities, if they remember you, they, you never know. Right. So, it's pretty cool. Do you have any shows coming up? You doing any shows?
I do. I'm going to I do a weekly panel very often.
Oh, okay.
I just did one yesterday, and I have one, I don't know.
Is that the one with Benji?
Mm-hmm.
The one I was on that too. And oh my God, it's fun, isn't it?
Right.
It's so what we do all the time. We make fun of news stories. I do this all the time. I always tell me and my wife, we always do it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. Like, this is, it's a cool show. I'll let you describe it. It's cool for everybody.
So, the Sunday panel and the Monday panel is kind of mixed. I just did the Wednesday Woman Up panel.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We had an International Women's Day special. So we find some of the really big stories, like the Meghan Markle, but then also the weird stories, like the giant inflated clitoris that they put up next to the Eiffel Tower.
Right. Oh, I can't even imagine what came up from that.
You don't have to. Wow. You can go over and
That's hilarious.
But I also have a live show coming up for anybody near San Diego. Come to the Andale Bar. It's also a women's show. It's a Killer Lady show with Dee Dee Steps. I don't know if you've been.
She hosted some of the shows with Benji, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Ragu, come on out to San Diego.
That's awesome. Oh my God, I would love to. And we'll probably be out there. We have a lot of family out there. I was at last time I was there, it was a family reunion, but I also got to perform at the Madhouse Comedy Club. That was a lot of fun. So no, yeah, now I mean I know you and so many comics, like, yeah, I will definitely be out there. I'll do it. So cool. So so that you got the panel, and what's the date? When is that?
So I don't know. It's
yeah. So you're on it like every now and then, right?
I used to do every Wednesday, and now I just kind of pop in whenever.
Okay.
You know what happened is I used to be every Wednesday, and then Benji did the tournament, and now he has all of these comics, and he's like, I want to use them all.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I go every week, but it's a lot of the time.
Yeah, the one I was on, Rachel D was on there, and then Brian, can't pronounce his last name, so it starts with a P, blonde hair.
Oh,
hilarious. Yeah, he's a really, really funny guy. He was on there. But I think I'm on there on the 21st. I don't know. I have to see. But I think that show is so funny. And then the live show, so cool. And when is the live show?
The 25th.
The 25th. Okay. Andale Bar?
I'm going to be a headliner. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to headline it. Oh, yeah. Jennifer Mason is going to headline that show. Oh my God. Where can they find you, Jennifer? What's your Instagram and your Facebook is your name, right? Jennifer Mason.
There's Jennifer Mason. There's also the So Fucking Funny show.
Yes.
And Jennifer Mason Comedy. So yeah, so if you go to
Menifer Jason, that's right. It's
and nice. Jennifer Mason Comedy is the more show posters.
Okay.
Every single account I own has a whole lot of Murray.
Okay.
So no matter where
you're gonna see the cat. I love cat with like old fashioned names from like. That's awesome. Well, Jennifer, I'm going to move into my next segment, my final segment. This it's like 8 questions that I ask all comics, and they make you think. And I want you to be as hilarious as you can, just whatever you think of.
I did not know the test. Okay.
Yeah, that's you're going to be great. I know it. All right, here we go. You ready? It's called. Oh, by the way, it's called Ragu's Hot Sauce Seat.
Ragu's Hot Sauce.
That's what it's called. It's a really lame name. I love it. All right, here we go. You ready? All right. Number 1. Tell me something you can do with a pencil besides write with it.
I could cure a crick in your neck.
Oh yeah, of course, because you're an acupuncturist. Oh, that's the most unique one. That's I've never gotten that before because nobody's been into acupuncture before. So that's awesome. How long you been doing acupuncture, by the way?
I got my license in 2001. So
wow, cool. What would you buy at a convenience store to make the cashier really uncomfortable with what you bought?
Oh. A toilet plunger and lube? I don't know.
Wow. Yes. I think that would make anybody squirm or quit their job. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. You're on a raft with a nun, a baby, and an old man. Okay. It's you, a nun, a baby, and an old man. There's only room for 3 of you. So you're throwing one of them off the raft. They're not going to make it. I should probably say that because a lot of people are like, oh, maybe they'll swim to the shore. No, let's end that. There's no possibility of them coming to shore with you, with the rest of you. Who are you throwing off?
Oh, geez. How long are we going to be at sea?
I don't know. Just a while, but yeah.
As a mom, it's kind of like, well, is the baby on solids? How's it?
I love it. I
Uh,
love the thinking. It's true. Has he been potty trained? Like, how old is he?
how long is a baby gonna last out there?
It's a baby. It's been on solids. That's like massive like amount of.
Okay. I'm gonna be completely Machiavellian, and I'm gonna say that I would talk the nun into giving her life up for the better good because that's what God wants of us.
You really don't have to talk to the nun. You can just push her off the raft. Like you don't even have to bother with talking. You just, but I like the fact that you want to talk the nun into jumping off, like because she's a nun, and I don't know.
That's how you get to say no, right?
True. Okay, all right. Yeah, you can do that.
Everybody
You can
wins.
do that. That's true. That's true. You don't have to push her off. You can convince her to jump. Like I never thought about that.
I'd be like, I got a
Wow.
message.
I got a message.
God wants you first.
Yes. God wants you to do this. Wants you to jump off this raft. All right. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. That's
Not as deep as that nun's gonna go
crazy stuff, but that's that's like one of those churches where they they scream on the stage and they like pushing people like God has done this. I don't know.
or like Heaven's Gate. No. That was out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. True.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
True. All right. If you had to choose between invisibility or flying, what would you choose?
Flying, because flying? As a menopausal woman, I'm already kind of invisible.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. All right, here we go. See here. Oh, if there was a movie made about you, who would you want playing you?
Oh. I kind of don't want to hire out. I mean,
oh, you want to play yourself?
Play that role.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, that works too. But let's say you want to pick an actress, like.
So I'm trying to think, like, who is the half Asian actress that's out there? I know there's one of them. Who is that?
Half Asian, half Asian, half white.
Half Asian, half white. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm really bad with celebrities.
I'm sure there's. Isn't Keanu? Yeah, I don't know.
I think I want BMO. I want BMO the Prince to play me.
You want to? Is he half Asian?
No, but really funny on TikTok. So I think he could do it with a wig.
Oh, you want BMO to play you? All right. I don't know. Well, in that case, what about Keanu Reeves? He looks kind of Asian, and he's.
Yeah, if he grew.
Why is an actor playing you?
Yeah, he could probably.
All right, well, that's cool. What's that? He's what?
Yeah, he's part Asian, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, that works. Okay. I love it. You're doing well. I love these answers. What would your autobiography be called?
My autobiography. Wow. I mean, I do feel like I'm living in the fuck it, I'm 50 times,
Okay.
Like, that's definitely this decade. I think it would be called Seriously Funny.
Seriously Funny. I like that. Or you could call it Sofa Kit Funny. But I like Seriously Funny better. I think that works. That's cool. I would read it.
All right, I'll write it. Got one copy.
But please put a sofa, like you on a sofa, like sitting on a sofa. That's the book cover. You got to put a sofa on there. That's you. That's part of you. That's your show. So, okay. If there was a comic, dead or alive, who would you want to meet?
Oh. I'm like, this is Maisel.
Oh, that's a funny show. I love that.
Who would I want to meet? Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. He was a humorist. That's very cool. I see that because yeah, I mean, like his literature was pretty much, he was a humorist kind of novelist, right? Wasn't he? Like he was.
Well, of course he wrote the books, but
Yeah.
I think his sayings are so pithy. Or Oscar Wilde. I know they're not stand up, but
oh no, but they've had like that creative sense in what they say, like the quotes. I think
that even now we can use a Mark Twain or an Oscar Wilde quote to like sum up exactly,
Right. Exactly. That's awesome. That works. Last question. You prefer Ragu or Prego?
I do Newman's Own. But
all right.
Ragu, of course I prefer Ragu.
Oh, yay. Of course. There's nothing else out there. No Barilla, no Classico. Ragu's the best. That's right. So your Instagram is at Menifer Jason, right? All one?
No, or Jennifer Mason Comedy.
Or Jennifer Mason Comedy. That's how they can find you. Sofa King show is the next one is April 16th. That's a Friday. You got some really cool comics. First timers on there. Some first timers.
And some pros. So I'm bringing
Barbie. Some pros.
Yeah.
So cool. I'm going to watch that. I think that's so great. You are hilarious. I'm so glad I met you. Congratulations again on your engagement. Thank you so much for being on my show, Jennifer. You've been amazing.
Thank you so much. This was so fun. So cool. And you're so amazing at your presence is your social media presence and your personal presence. It's always a delight to talk to you.
Thank you. You too, definitely. And you have a great week and great shows coming up for you. So take care. I'll see you on the Zoom scene.
And you too. Break legs at your show.
I will. Thank you. Take care, Jennifer. Bye. That was Jennifer Mason, you guys, out of San Diego. Oh my God. Next week, I have a double header. I have Aaron Patrick next Thursday, but on the 17th for St. Patrick's Day, I have a very good friend in comic, Danette Mark, will be joining us. So Danette Mark on the 17th, Aaron Patrick on Thursday, the 18th. This is Talking Funny, and my name is Raghu Adibala. You guys have a great night.